I'm in the business of transformation. I love to transform myself. I work with people who love growth just for growth's sake, not to fix something, not just to get something, but because it's part of our nature as human beings to be in our purpose, be in our potential, be creating impact and touching lives. Like, that by itself is fulfilling. And that brings me to 2024. Like, I want to see and create and support more transformation. Welcome back. Today, we're going to dive into some of my reflections over the past year, what went well, what didn't go well, or at least didn't go according to plan. And also what I see coming in 2024 and how I'm adjusting, and hopefully give you some insight into some of the patterns that I'm seeing happening and how you might be able to utilize that and make decisions for yourself and yada, yada, yada. So let's dive right in. I want to start with 2023 because I know that there are people out there who are saying, oh, everything's amazing. Oh my gosh, everything's just perfect all the time. For many people, 2023 was challenging and not at all what we expected. Maybe I was wrong for how I was thinking, but I really thought that coming off the back of 2 years of being in the house, being in the midst of really chaotic times, I thought 2023 was going to be like a blossoming. But what I saw happening instead was like a deeper level of clearing and grounding being needed. It was like in just a few moments, we went from this, I don't know, it seemed like coming out of being at home all the time, we were hopeful. A lot of people were really hopeful. And then a lot of people got really down in the dumps. And that played into lots and lots and lots of things. I saw, people ending relationships all over again, like we saw a lot of in 2020. Actually, now that I think about it, there was quite a few similarities with 2020. We made it. We survived. And now I'm really excited to think about where we're going for 2024. And I'm going to speak about this from the lens of the royal shaman. I love to support people in going deep. And I love to dive into all of the stuff that people don't want to talk about, or dive into all of the things that people want to keep hidden. And I built this company really on depth, on really being able to hold space for people in the depths, in the mysteries of the deep. And we did that. We had, as of today, around 450 clients over the last 5 years and got up close and personal with those clients. And I see going forward that depth is going to be even more valuable. We had a time where everything was about like educational courses, right? It was like get education. And a lot of people held this belief that, oh, if people just had the education, if they just knew stuff, if they had the knowledge, then they would be able to change their life, make money, better their health. And that's just not true. It's completely unaware of how human beings operate. Any of us right now can go to AI and ask it anything. We could go and ask it for a blueprint to become a billionaire. And if 100 of us did that today, how many of us would become billionaires? I'll wait. We'd be lucky if one person did, because information by itself does not create transformation. And so many people went into the educational space, not understanding that the ways that we even educate, the ways that we even teach aren't working, by the way. I heard a statistic talking about how kids literally cannot read. Like in the high school level, they're reading at elementary school levels. And this is not just like a small percentage. And then even going to adults, over 50% of adults aren't reading beyond a 5th grade level. Obviously, what we learned, like how we learn to teach, curriculum style, and we're just going to have all this information. It's not working because it doesn't speak to how human beings operate. And I'm in the business of transformation. I love to transform myself. I work with people who love growth just for growth's sake, not to fix something, not just to get something, but because it's part of our nature as human beings to be in our purpose, be in our potential, be creating impact and touching lives. Like that by itself is fulfilling. And that brings me to 2024. Like I want to see and create and support more transformation. I've been teaching since I was like a little girl. I have been a tutor. My first business, I was a tutor at 11 years old. And then I was tutoring for a while up in college. I was tutoring physics and geometry and algebra, biology, right? So I've been teaching in that capacity. And also I've been teaching in this capacity. However, I built the Royal Shaman on coaching, on really going deep with people. And so for 2024, I'm so lit up by teaching right now. I kept getting so much feedback, especially as we launched Your Quantum Business. So many people have been saying, Makosi, your ability to take these really complex subjects and make them simple and practical and usable and actually make change with them is incredible. And so I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's my genius, or at least another form of genius. In this upcoming year, I'm, in addition to continuing to go deep with our clients that really, really want that, expansive community, like a community of people who are going to challenge you to operate in your highest self. We're also going deep on some really challenging topics. In our community, it's not outside of the norm to talk about things that you would never talk about with almost anyone else. All the taboo things. But I feel that next year is going to be a year of creation for me. And I hope that you are excited about that. I hope you are as excited about that as I am, because I've got a list a mile long, and I've already started creating some incredible offers for 2024. Number one, as usual, our clients who are continuing to get that deep support, they're going to have access to all of these. But some of the topics that we're going to be talking about are really going to be about being your best self, navigating time, creating wealth. I know a lot of people have been asking me for a wealth or a money course of some sort. That's coming through. And another thing that really I feel like is pivotal, I feel like next year is going to be for many people this rebirth. That really this year was all about clearing any last remnants, any threads that you were still attached to, anything that I thought was going to expand me to the next level outside of myself and my own abilities, knowledge, etc. All of that. I wish I could say it just faded away, but there's been some straight up dumpster fires this year. Anyways, what are you most excited about for 2024? I'd love to hear from you. Like what is your big vision for 2024? Send me an Instagram DM at the Royal Shaman. I want to hear, what is your goal for 2024? What are you moving towards? What is your vision? What is the work that you're bringing through? Or who are you becoming in 2024? I'll see you next time.